Hello students, let's begin with the new chapter, chapter 6, physical and chemical changes. So there are two types of changes which we are going to discuss in this chapter. First one is physical change and the other one is chemical change. So let's start with the physical change first. What is physical change? As the name suggests, the change with respect to the physical property. So what do you mean by physical property? Those properties which can be observed, which can be measured, or we can say that which can be seen from outside are called physical properties, like color of shape, size, appearance, texture, melting point and boiling point. These are the physical properties. Okay. Now physical change is reversible change, which means something which can be reversed, means we get the original substance back. Let's take one example of haircut. Hair is a physical property. Length of hair can be measured from outside. So when you go for haircut, the size and shape of hair changes. So it is a physical change because your hair can grow again. Right? So physical change is a reversible change. So let's take an example of ice, water, and water vapors. So if you look at the chemical composition of, then all of them is nothing but H2O. Their chemical composition is same, but they differ in appearance only, because ice is different in appearance than water, and water is different than gas. So only the physical properties changed here. So it is a physical change. And keep in mind, in physical change, no new substance formed. And this change is reversible. So let's take more examples. Another example is breaking of glass. So see the picture. Initially it was one complete glass. Now it is like broken pieces of glass of different shapes and sizes. So here shape and size changes, but the chemical composition remains same. It means chemically whatever glass was initially, the same chemical composition remains even after breaking into pieces, right? So chemical composition doesn't change, so it is a physical change. We consider it as a physical change. Again, if you take example of paper, so paper is being cut into pieces here. Just look at the picture. Initially it was just one single rectangular piece of paper. Now it is like multiple pieces. So we can see here the only shape and size altered, and the chemical composition remains same. So we consider it as a physical change. Let's take another example. See the picture here. It is a solution of water and sugar. So let's suppose when you mix sugar in water, it dissolves in water. So do you think a new chemical substance formed here? Even if you mix them with each other, they don't react with each other. Their chemical composition remains same. Means from the solution of water and sugar, you can separate the sugar from it. It means you can get the original substance back. So we consider it as a example of physical change. Okay. So now let's move to chemical change. So a change in which composition and chemical properties of the substance get changed is called a chemical change. So in the physical change, the physical properties get changed, and in chemical changes, the chemical composition or chemical properties get changed of a substance. Right? And in chemical change, one or more new substances are formed, and it is a irreversible change, means we cannot get the original substance back. We get the completely new substance with new properties. Okay, let's take an example of here rusting of iron. So if you allow the iron objects in air or in presence of water for a long time, then a brown colored layer appear on its surface. So that brown color layer is called rust. And once the object is rusted, we cannot get the original iron back. So it means it is a chemical change. We'll discuss it, the rusting, later. So let's take some examples of chemical changes. First one is cooking an egg. So see the picture. So breaking of an egg is a physical change. Here only the appearance, only the shape of the egg changes. But once the egg cooked, then its chemical composition changes, its chemical properties get altered. So it is a chemical change. Now think of the rotten vegetables. When you leave an apple, potato, or orange outside for a long period of time, what happened? They get spoiled. Okay, let's suppose if you cut a slice of potato and leave it outside for some time, then what will you see? You see a black colored layer. See the picture. You see the black colored layer when you keep it outside for long time. And if you keep an apple outside or an orange, then you can see a black layer and this greenish layer on these fruits. They become rotten. Okay. So do you think these rotten vegetables can become all right again? No. This change is irreversible. Actually, what happened here? When you don't put these vegetables or vegetables and fruits in refrigerator, or if you keep them outside in warm environment, then this type of environment becomes suitable for the growth of microorganisms. They grow in warm environment, they grow in moist environment, so they start growing on these vegetables and they start feeding on these vegetables. So they gradually turn into some other substance chemically, and the chemical composition is altered due to the action of these microorganisms. So it is irreversible change and completely new substance formed here. So it is a chemical change. Let's move to another example, it is digestion of food. In one of our previous lesson, we studied how food gets digested in our body. So during digestion, complex food substances broken into simpler ones. See, initially the food was in the form of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Then after digestion, carbohydrates changes to simple sugar, proteins changes to amino acids and fats into fatty acids. So there is a change in chemical composition here and it is irreversible change. So we can call it as a chemical change. Now let's look one another example, that is burning of paper. Okay, when we burn the paper, we get ash. So ash cannot be converted into paper again. We cannot get paper back. This process is completely irreversible and new substance formed here. So this is a chemical change. Similarly, burning of wood. After burning, we get the ash and carbon dioxide gas released here. We get light also and heat is also released. So this change is irreversible. It is also a chemical change. Let's take one another interesting example here. See the picture. You just take a glass and put lime water in the glass. This lime water is not the lemon water, but it is a calcium hydroxide. This lime water is calcium hydroxide. See the formula here, CaOH twice. And just take a straw and breathe out. So what you breathe out? We generally breathe out carbon dioxide. So we breathe out carbon dioxide in this lime water. So what will happen? This lime water turns milky. How? How it happened? Because carbon dioxide reacts with the lime water and it changes the water milky. So what is the reaction here? See, the calcium hydroxide plus carbon dioxide, what will form, what we get here? CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate. Due to the formation of this chemical substance, the lime water turns milky here. So this, the completely new substance formed here, and this change is irreversible. So it is a chemical change here. So let's take another example, that is burning of magnesium ribbon. Have you ever seen a magnesium ribbon? It is a rope kind of thing which is silvery in color. See the picture. It is given in the picture. It is silvery in color and it burns with a brilliant white flame. If you burn it, it becomes into ash. When entire ribbon is burnt, then what is left behind? Only ash. And what is the reaction? The magnesium is burnt in the presence of air. Air means oxygen. See the chemical reaction here. So magnesium plus O2, it burns in the presence of oxygen. Then what is formed? Magnesium oxide, that is ash. So completely new substance formed here. Now when we this magnesium oxide reacts with H2O, then what we get magnesium hydroxide, and the magnesium hydroxide is base. We can test this base with the litmus paper. If the red litmus paper turns blue, it means it is basic in nature, and see the picture, it turns blue. So it is basic in nature, the completely new substance formed here. So it is a chemical change. So these are the examples of physical and chemical changes. Thanks and stay safe.